Alright, it has been a long time since I did the shadow speaking, and right now I'm back. This is the first episode of a new shadow speaking practice or shadow speaking series where I focus on my fluency and accent. Yeah, the pronunciation, fluency, and accent. But this time I want to, just shift my focus more to the fluency rather than the accent. Because if you have the fluency, I think for me, in my opinion, I think fluency is important, more important than accent. Accent is just a a a I don't know how to say it, but uh, the most important thing is to get let people understand what you're saying. If you have the fluency, you can deliver your message in a more in a smoother way, smoother manner. Then after you have achieved this stage, then you can work on the accent and make the whole picture even better. But this is my opinion. I think I should work on my fluency first, then work on my accent. So fluency, what is fluency? I would say fluency would be refers to the ability to or or I should say fluency is a skill where you have mastered the small words, the small simple words. Some words that we have seen many times, trillion, million, trillion times before. We all know that since uh, very young age. It's as simple as articles like a, and there, and then there, this, that, of these small words. These are, although these are small words, they are the building blocks of a sentence. They glue they glue all the keywords together to make a sentence. Without the small words, if I know all the keywords, I will speak like without the small words to bring them together. It would be weird. It sounds very weird. Just just make a example to yourself and try. Let's say um let's say I went to a restaurant and I had a dinner with my family. Okay, let's say we have this sentence. We take out all the small words. I repeat, the sentence would be I went to the restaurant and I had a dinner with my family. So the keywords would be restaurant, dinner, family. If you want, let's say we only keep we only keep these keywords, and you tell the person you want to tell a story, but you tell the story by just saying these three words: restaurant, dinner, family. People will be like, "What are you talking about?" people people will think that you don't even know how to speak. So that's very weird. So that's why we need the small words. We need to know how to use the small words, how the small words play the role of the small words, how to put them together, how to bring the keywords and the small words together in a sentence. We speak sentences. We don't speak words. Otherwise, it would be weird. But that's a long introduction of the objective or the motivation behind of shadow speaking. Now back to the game. The shadow speaking I've done few times before. I mean the shadow speaking, and now I want to do another one, but this time I focus on my fluency, but not the accent. For the accent, I just let myself just go with the flow, go with the flow, and let just be natural as I can. But I want to focus on the fluency. So, what's the procedure of shadow speaking? First of all, you need to pick a clip, video clip, audio clip. For me, I prefer video clip. I will tell you why later on. Video clip. And for me, this time, this shadow speaking, I pick a clip from Rogan with Faraz Zahabi, and where he talk about how to train without destroying your body, something like that. First of all, you pick a clip. It doesn't have to be, or you don't need to pick a long clip. I think 20 to 30 seconds would be long enough. Otherwise, if you pick a long clip, you need to work on so many, because shadow speaking, we'll mimic every single thing on what the speaker says. We need to dig out every single detail from the conversation, and it's gonna be time consuming. That's why don't pick a long clip. You will kill yourself. You will kill yourself. So 20 to 30 seconds. For me, I will, instead of using time as a gauge, I will say use sentences. Let's say this time I want to work on 2 sentences instead of saying I want to work on this 20-second clip. So I will work on 2 sentences, but it's up to you to choose whether you do it, use number of sentences or time as a. This option is up to you. So I pick a very short paragraph, very short. In that video I choose only last 17 seconds. Very short. However, the point is that once you have picked the clip, you trim it, you also take the subtitles, and then you type it and print it out. Whether you print it out is up to you. I choose to print it out because sometimes I need to write some notes on it. So I have a sheet of transcript. I know for the words, I know every single one. I understand every single one. The point is how I speak the sentence. Here, let me just read the whole thing. Let's say there's something called rate of perceived exertion. Okay, so let's say I make you do pull-ups, and let's say the maximum amount of pull-ups again, I repeat. Let's say the maximum amount of pull-ups you can do. The maximum amount of pull-up is 10. Let's keep a nice round number. At 11, you couldn't do 11. If I put a point a gun at you, you couldn't do 11. Now, that's what I've got in this transcript. In that video, by the way, if you want to know the original video, because I cannot play the video here because of the copyright stuff, I don't know the rules, so I don't want to take the risk. But I will put the link in the episode notes so that you can check it out. Joe Rogan with Faraz Zahabi on training, how to train smart, something like that. So the procedure would be: first one, pick a clip, download the subtitle, trim it. The second step would be break down the whole sentences, whole paragraph into small chunks. For the subtitles, because there is no punctuation, punctuation in the transcript, you need to split them on your own, and you listen to it. Focus, pay attention to the pauses. When he pauses, I will mark it on the transcript to tell me that, because it is a rhythm thing. Without punctuation, without the pauses, it would be like, let's say there's something called specific assertion. Okay, let's say it doesn't make sense. You need pauses because this is part of the rhythm. And then the third step would be this is very important. The third step is to understand the whole thing, the whole conversation. Understand the whole thing. I will recommend you not only understand what you need to mimic, but to understand the background. You need to understand the whole thing, not just the paragraph that you want to say, you want to mimic. Like, for example, this is only a 17-second conversation, but you need to watch the whole thing. You need to detach. You need to take a step back and look at the big picture. You want to understand, let's say 1 or 2 minutes. During that 1 or 2 minute conversation, what are they talking about? You need to understand it. Why is it important? Because we want to know the message. Once you understand the message, once you understand what they are talking about, when you mimic and do the shadow speaking, it makes more sense to you. The flow will be better, trust me. Otherwise, you will just focus on the word by word instead of the whole thing. Because the ultimate goal of speaking is to deliver the message. Now, then once we understand the message, we find out the keywords and we highlight the keywords. How do we identify the keywords? The first way would be to understand the whole thing and determine by yourself. The second one would be you listen. You listen to what he says. If usually when there is a keyword, we stress them, we talk them a bit slower. You can pick it up by just listening to it and or understand the whole thing. Here I have highlighted some keywords to guide my speaking. Because when you speak on the keywords, the tonality will be different, the speed will be different, and much more. And then after that, you will work on the whole thing, the shadow speaking. You play in a very slow. You slow down the video. Really listen to the linking sound, or which word you need to stress, which words not, and it takes a very long time. So don't pick a long clip. And right now, my progress of the shadow speaking, I've just finished marking down the pauses, highlighting the keywords. Then the next one would be analyzing the whole thing, working on the whole thing. That's the main, the mission, the main mission. And I think I will stop here. Hope you enjoy it, and I will see you soon.